Have you ever wondered what experiences international students go through while pursuing their studies abroad? Well, this video answers that question. In this video, I interacted with international students who have had opportunity to study in different universities around the world, and they share with me some of their worst as well as best experiences as international students. My name is Fred. Thank you for subscribing. This is the Fred Effect. Let's get into it.
My worst experience was
it was really worse, such that I can't even talk about it.
The winter is ridiculous. Like, the snow is insane. Sometimes the blatant racism.
I want to tell my people that forget about racism. Don't think so much about it.
I entered the bus a few times, and each time there were kids holding their noses.
The fact that it was about 10 p.m. and still the sun was shining. I'm like, wow. It's never happened in Ghana.
The trip alone was a very bad experience for me. I mean,
sometimes survival in the US gets a little bit hard.
So you tell us your name, which university you are at the moment, and what program you're studying.
So my name is Sandra Little, Ohio University, and I'm reading a Master of Arts in Economics.
What has been your best experience as an international student and your worst experience as an international student?
Working on my master's paper would be my best experience because like I have two advisors and it's very interesting, like the collaborations I have with them, the comments they give on my master's paper. I'm like, wow. They take their time to like go through everything, like, and the comments are very detailed. Like they question you, they make you like, I don't know, they make you feel like you are learning. I don't know if you get, and it's like, well, I'm someone who loves learning, so it's something I really enjoy. Even though sometimes it's very energy sapping, like you feel like you're not doing well. Some of the comments could be a little bit hard on you, but it's very fun. That's like some of my very best moments. My worst moments, well, sometimes survival in the US gets a little bit hard. Well, I mean, don't take my word for it anyways, but when I came here, I think the very first week I was lost. I didn't know how to maneuver. I had to go for a COVID test and I didn't know where the venue was. I had to like literally go run around the same place. Like it was like my worst day ever. And I was very sweaty because it was in the summer. Like, and I was wearing a sweater. I was like, oh god. That was like my worst experience.
Hi, my name is Bedi Akobuaten. Currently a PhD student at Ohio University's Scripps School of Journalism. There was this bus I used to take. It was not often. I took it like 2 or 3 times. And I entered the bus a few times, and each time there were kids holding their noses. And it was a village bus. So again, this is not mainstream Germany. It was a village bus. The kids were holding their noses, and they held their noses for some of them. Held their noses for the entire duration of the journey, which was like 21 minutes.
Right. So what does it mean? Like, as a black person, you smell?
Exactly. And then some of the trains, especially the regional trains, come from far away. If you join them on your way back home, you enter the train, people are looking at your feet. You know, so, and again, this is East Germany. But West Germany may be different. So that is, but again, as I said, these experiences were very few. Most of the people you meet are very nice. And actually, many don't even care at all whether you are black or you don't care. So these are just isolated cases, but you know the way bad experiences can stick in your mind.
Let's talk about the experience in the US.
I think the US has been, I think, great. I mean, for the first time, I'm even thinking, can I stay longer in the country? I've never lived longer than 2 years in any country. And, but the US, I mean, great. I mean, for me, I think it's been much better. The only thing is that maybe if I could, my bigger issue has been guns. I really fear. I go to Walmart a lot. I don't know if I don't know, but it's a fear, not a bad side. A fear. I wish those guns, those mass shootings and those things could just come to an end. That's my fear is.
So my name is Saka. I'm a second-year PhD student at Michigan State University, and I'm studying information and media, but I focus more on public relations and advertising. Well, actually, somebody nearly put me in trouble, but and it was during COVID time. I felt like very sick right after my master's, actually a day after my graduation. And also like parents are not here and stuff. That was also really hard. I think those are just some of my best experiences.
Okay, so my name is Solomon Punoben. I'm a PhD student, second year PhD student at Southern Illinois University in Carbondale, pursuing PhD in biochemistry and molecular biology.
What has been your worst experience as an international student?
So traveling from Ghana to the US, the trip alone was a very bad experience for me. I mean, when I was booking the ticket, I forgot that I had to look at the price. I didn't look at the layover time. I spent 10 hours in Heathrow. Wow. That bad. Yeah, I did bad news for me coming in. And then, I think when I came into, I mean, there are certain things that you know that, like, you don't get Ghanaian food to eat. You miss home. You're not blind to racism. Everybody does, and it's a very serious thing. We need. I think it needs to be addressed. Like, we have to talk about it. Yeah.
What has been your experience? Share your experience with us.
So I went to buy something at Sam's Club, right? So at Sam's Club, So once we went there, we bought a lot of stuff, and then this is like, it's very funny, right? So as we're paying, we're trying to check out, and then one woman, she was looking at us like she was looking at us so like for a while, and then she came and she's like, "Can I help you guys? Like, do you get it? Like, can I help you guys?" And then that alone, you're like, okay, so can I help you guys? I mean, there were a lot of people there, like there are black people, and why did you come to only us to ask, can I help you guys? I mean, there's other, like, there's so many things that, there's sometimes it's racism there, and you have to go, once you leave, you come back and you're like, oh, this is actually like racism. I didn't even know that.
Before we move on, remember my name is Frederick. I am a final year master's degree in public administration student. This is my second master's. I had my first master's from Ohio University. I've had a lot of experiences going through the study abroad journey, and also the opportunity to assist a lot of international students to their dream universities and programs. So I decided to create this channel to share with you scholarship and study abroad opportunities, visa interview tips, and generally life abroad. Most of the content I post on this platform, especially concerning scholarships and application fee waivers, normally have deadlines. Unfortunately, sometimes you may see the video after the deadline has passed. So to make sure you don't miss any deadline, simply click on the subscribe button, hit on the notification bell so that you become part of the family, so that whenever a new video is uploaded, you'll be the first to be notified and you can easily check it out.
So my name is Vanessa Ampofua-Boeduva. I prefer to be called Miss Ampofua. At the moment, I'm a current graduate student at the Northern Arizona University, where I'm pursuing MS Applied Criminology. My worst experience was when the COVID hit, and then we had to go on lockdown at the southern part of England. It was really like tough because you go to the grocery shops and then there wouldn't be food for you. Like, I was like, God, is the world coming to an end? You go and then all the shelves would be empty, and I was like, oh my God. So during those times, I was like, I should have stayed in Ghana, because what was happening, and I didn't really have a lot on me to hoard food. I think most of the British people and then the Scottish people I interacted with are pretty nice. My friend will always say that they don't like you, but they will show it to your face. At least when you're interacting with them, they make you feel, they will be referring to you as sweetie, darling, you know, they make you feel like wanted. But then what they do behind, that is, I don't care. But then I didn't really have that racial issues with them, not even in class, probably because I was reading sociology and they should know better. So yeah, how to relate with people. So I didn't really experience that. The only thing that I thought was a bit out of the norm was you have to prove yourself to them, especially in class. So I remember when we came, I think for the first 1 or 2 weeks, I was really quiet. If you don't direct a question to me, I won't say anything. So I think people were not really talking to me after class. You know, nobody was reaching out to me until like The third week, when I started making contributions, and then before you know, somebody would just send you a direct message, oh, this was great, you know, that kind of thing. But when I was really quiet in class, no, I had no friends until I started talking. And last semester, a class that we took, the professor told us that he always assumes that everyone is stupid until you prove yourself. So I think with these people, that is how it is, especially if you are black. Sometimes they don't expect you to know certain things. I remember I made a contribution in class, and then it felt like I had the professor's note because it was the exact thing he read to the class later. It wasn't a question he was directing to the class. I think it was sort of rhetorical, but I opened my mouth and then I said the answer. And then he was like, how do you know? Who taught you this? Like, and I was like, really? But I didn't understand why he acted that way until he read the same sentence. And I was like, whoa, this is something, yeah. And he was surprised.
My name is Bright Konto Osei. I'm currently in Ohio University, and I am studying Master of Fine Arts in Painting and Drawing.
So have you had a worst experience?
Not that I can remember.
Anything?
No.
Great. Let's talk about your best experience since you came to the US.
My best experience is to be in class with these whites who are very open-minded. Yeah. You know, for my course, art, you know, American people, you know, they love art a lot, fine art. So almost all my classmates are whites, and sometimes, you know, in class I get to know their experience, what is informing their scholarly practices, and you know, I get to know different cultures, you know, how they think through certain things, and I compared it to mine because I am doing work based on Ghanaian streetism, right? So I bring that bit of my culture in there. They also bring that bit of their culture, the American culture in there, and then, you know, I get to find, you know, the balance, the overlaps, and you know, it's a great experience for me, honestly. Yes. I want to tell my people that forget about racism. Don't think so much about it. In fact, racism is everywhere, even amongst us. Sometimes we are racist towards the people from the north in our country. You know, I'm from the southern part of Ghana, and sometimes we are even racist towards, you know, people coming from the north. And I know the same thing applies to, you know, some of these African countries. The thing is, no one is racist. Get that in your mind, because you know what, if you have that in your mind, even if someone does something which is not offensive, you feel offended because you have already preconceived in your mind that, oh, these people are racist. So you wouldn't even know when they want to help you genuinely or they are correcting your mistake genuinely. I mean, it do happen, but me, I don't really care about those things. You know, I'm free. I'm doing my thing. Yes.
My name is Aisha Isahaku. I'm currently in Canada, Ontario. I'm at the University of Guelph. It's one of the best universities, I would say, in Ontario. For Canada, I would say winter. The winter is ridiculous. Like, the snow is insane. But for the US, there are microaggressions and sometimes the blatant racism.
My name is Vincent. I am reading my master's in manufacturing engineering from the University of Texas, Rio Grande Valley, here in Texas. The first one was when I was coming in Dallas, in the American airline. I had food, and then I wanted to invite whoever was sitting close to me. There were two guys, and when I invited them, oh my god, like the reaction was so upset. I felt like they felt like I don't know, but like, why are you inviting? Like, do you have to even invite me to eat, right? Oh, really? That was like, yeah, something like that. So those were the vibes I was getting. So I was like, okay, so welcome to America, you know. So ever since, I don't invite anybody to eat with me unless I know the person is Ghanaian, not even African. Even if you're an African, I wouldn't invite you. Not because of any reason, but like, if you're Ghanaian, I know it's pretty, I mean, it's normal that, yo, Frederick, I have this food, you're invited. So that's the first thing. The second thing was the fact that it was about 10 p.m. and still the sun was shining. I'm like, wow, it's never happened in Ghana. I never saw this. Unless there was an eclipse or whatever, that I'd be seeing some things like drastic in the change of the weather.
What do you miss about Ghana?
It was going to be the food, but I think I haven't missed much because like I've been in an environment where I get to eat all these local foods, including Tiozafi. I never thought I was going to eat Tiozafi here, you know, like wache, everything Ghanaian, cocoa and beans, I've been eating them. So It's not food anymore, but maybe my family. I think I've missed my family.
Right. What do you hate about the US?
The weather. Oh my god! Like I thought I liked a cold environment when I was in Ghana, but like when I got here, oh my god! In the spring, even in December, it was pretty okay, but in the spring, early times of the spring, I felt like no, I don't like cold anymore, because like even in a hot region like Texas, I was still feeling it. So I'm imagining you guys in Kentucky, Ohio, like up there.
Yeah.
Like I went to Boston, and that day I was like, no, I don't want to go up there anymore.
My name is Lorena. I am Kenyan, and I'm currently a PhD student at the University of Guelph. I went to Ohio University as well in the States, and I would say I'm a social justice and a development practitioner too. I went to an office. We were all teaching assistants, and then one of the in the office, one of the people who was given that office was a sessional professor. And I didn't know that was the reason, and that was shocking because they were teaching a social justice class. But they would talk to everyone else but me. So at first I was like, maybe they're having a bad day, before I got to see the pattern, right? So I would try to talk to them, and I was TAing in a class for a social justice class. So I thought we would have so much in common, things to talk about, preparing for that class and all. But she wouldn't talk to me. She was very cold. I tried to greet her. It was pre-pandemic, right? So we would greet each other. She wouldn't. I was like, maybe she's just having a bad day, you know, those things. But then later on, it came up that even Black students in her class were having issues. Even when they respond to questions, there was just a different backlash to that. So yeah, that was the main thing. And then just little things here and there. Maybe sometimes someone won't sit next to you, they will choose and go to a different seat. You know, it feels bad, but yeah, sometimes. But I haven't had someone just blast out something to me, because no, I'm lucky. But I know of other people who've experienced that. But I also know that there are certain things that you won't get because of your color of your skin and all those kinds of things.
Now listen, all the people I interviewed have had opportunity to study at different universities in the world. In case you are still searching for a university to apply to, all the links to the universities mentioned in the video will be shared in the video description. If you're interested in applying to any of them, check it out, and if you have a question, drop it in the comment section. I'll quickly respond to you. I also had an extensive conversation with all of them that I will be uploading as part of the series called the Experience series. They shared their experience going through the study abroad journey, so that you who plan to study abroad can also learn from it. You can check on the channel, check the Experience series, and you find them. They are very educative and informative, that would also help and support your study abroad journey. The whole idea is to let you know that if you intend to study abroad, it is highly possible. Other people have done it, so can you. Check out this video on your screen where I interacted with Ralph, who shared his experience through the application, admission, scholarship, and successful visa interview experience. My name is Fred. This has been the Fred Effect. Be positive. Everything will be fine. I'll see you in another video.